From the gun, here's Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They pitch it out to Johnson. Open space inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Play action. Stafford. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Christian Jones in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off the play fake. Keenum steps away. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum, and that's incomplete. Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field, the Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did. Charles Leno Jr., left tackle for the Chicago Bears, got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend Jennifer. So not only celebrating an NFC North title, but now his proposal accepted by Jennifer, who will now be Mrs. Jennifer Leno Jr.? No Jr.
No Jr. By the way, smart move because she's not going to say no in front of 60,000 people.
Well, I've seen it happen before. Not pretty, but not in this case.
On play action, it's Keenum. He'll buy some time right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They are going for it. Keenum. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Check 4. Right,
Just beating the play clock. Keenum. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Again, Keenum finds Jake Butt over the middle, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Snap came at 1. Keenum. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Keenum again here on 2nd and 10. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Now they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. Again, it's Keenum. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. For the Detroit Lions, really not the turnaround that many had hoped for in Matt Patricia's first season. Charles, you think back to the last 2 years of Jim Caldwell's tenure. They went 9-7, and it's going to be a losing season in 2018.
Yeah, and during Jim Caldwell's time, they went to the playoffs a couple of times as well. So you're exactly right. This is a turnaround that people did not expect to see, and the lineup has actually been beefed up a little bit. Frank Ragnow at offensive line, and then you look back and Kerryon Johnson at running back. And I believe they found a keeper in Kerryon Johnson. This is a team that should be better in 2019, but this was definitely a disappointment in 2018.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Stafford is going to fire one deep over and got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Keenum to throw on second down. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Third and 2, Keenum. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's go. Hey, 52. All right, we're good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On third down, it's Lindsay, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Welcome back now to Denver. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter play. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try the air now with Keenum. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Patrick. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sutton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Keenum now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
Now Keenum throwing on 2nd. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. No, not running. Keenum wants to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Back to throw. Keenum out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back to throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining. Back to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Brandon, that tackle right there, that might have just saved the ball game.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. And it's good. He got it. He missed his lone attempt earlier, but he connects when it matters most. And the Lions are going to win this game. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football.
20! White 20! White 20! Let's go, let's go! White 20! White 20! White 20! Let's go, let's go! Keep your poise! Alpha! Go! Alpha! Orange! Wait, hot! Blue 20! Blue 20! Hey, gold 66! Let's go on. No, 66. Let's go on. No, 66. Blue! Gold Bandit! White 20! Here we go. Stop! Hey, hut! Here we go. Check it. Hut, hut! White 20! White 20! Orange! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! Yeah! White 20! White 80! White 20! White 20! Green 80! White 20! Blue 20! White 20! Hey, hut! Blue 20! White 20! White 20! Here we go! Alpha, go! Here we go! Hey, hut! White 20! Green 80! Hey, hut! White 20! White 20! Round 80! Round 80! White 20! Blue 20! White 20! Green 80! Green 80 hot! White set! Green 80! White 20! Green 80! White hot! White set! White 20! Alpha, go! Here we go. Set! White 20! White 20! Yeah! White 20! White 20! White 20! Start fast, fellas! Start fast! White 20! 180! White 20! 380! Blue 20! White 20! White 10! We go! White 10! White 20! White 20! White 10! White 20! White 20! White 20! White set! 380! White hat! Let's go! We need your head! Wait, set! White 20! 20! Green 80! White 20! White 20! White 20! Yeah! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! Set! White 20! White 80! White 20! White 20! White 80! White 20! Blue 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! Green 80! White hat! White 20! White 20! White hat! White 20! Blue 20! White 20! 180! Yeah! White 20! Blue 20! Set! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! Go! Go! Blue 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 10! White 20! White 20! White 10! Let's go! Blue 20! Wide 80! White 10! Blue 20! White 10! Alright, here we go! Wait, hut! White 20! Wide 20! Alpha, go! Let's go, let's go! Green 1810! White 20! Green 80! 20! White 20! White 20! All right, here we go! White 20! White 20! White 20! Bring in your head! White 20! White 20! Head! Head! All right, here we go! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! Blue 20! White 20! Grenading! Grenading hit! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! Blue 20! White 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 20! Let's go, let's go! Wait, hit! White 20! White 20! Set! White 20! White 20! White 20! Blue 20! White 20! Grenade hit! White 20! White 80! Hit! Hit! White 20! White 20! Alpha, go! White 20! Yeah! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! Yeah! White 20! Ready? White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! Blue 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! White hat! White 20! White 20! White 20! Let's go, let's go! Hat, hat! White 20! White 20! White 20! Start fast, fellas! Start fast! White 20! Blue 20! White 20! White 20! Wait, set! 380! Yeah! White 20! 380! White 20! White 20! Wide 80! We go! Let's go! Yeah! 20! White 20! White hat! Blue 20! Blue 20! White hat! Blue 20! Green 80! White 20! White 20! Hat! Hat! White 20! Let's go! Alpha, go! All right, here we go! Yeah! White 20! White 20! Alpha, go! All right, here we go! Blue 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! White set! White 20! Go! White 20! White set! White 20! White 20! Alpha, go! White 20! White 20! Green 18 dead! Start fast, fellas! Start fast! Set! Blue 20! Green 80! White 20 set! Blue 20! Blue 20! Hey, head! White 20! White 20! Blue 20! White 20! Grenade hot! Let's go, let's go! Set! Blue 20! White 20! White 20 set! Blue 20! White 20! White 20 set! Blue 20! Set! White 20! Hey, hot! Blue 20! White 80! We go! Blue 20! White 20! Alpha! White 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! Blue 20! White 80! White 20! White 20! Green 80! Yeah! White 20! Green 80! White 20! White 20! White 20! Wide 80! Wide 20! Here we go. White 20! Green 80! White 20! White 20! White 80! White 20! 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 Blue 20! White 20! White 20! White 20! One play at a time now! Alpha, go! White 20! White 20! Hey, hey! Let's go, let's go!
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Oh, here.
Here's Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be fourth down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Hey, tag 50 left. 58. Hey, I need one. Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down.
They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Tag 26. Tag 26.
Now Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight right. Tight right. 3 down.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
We got 3. We got 3.
Stafford on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gotta go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran, used to call student body right or student body left, because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier? In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called roast stem right or roast stem left, depending on the formation, 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. Off the toss, Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Glover Quinn there on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, gotta go.
On 3rd down, that's Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. 57 yards. And the Bears are in for 6. Parkey with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Drill right, 22. Back 53, ready. 94,
They'll run it with Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
59!
Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Tag 53!
Now Blunt. And now running right through it. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Zebra! Trio right! Trio right! Tag 57, ready!
Here's Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
21! 53, ready! Check 15, check light.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big, and we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10.
Gotta go.
They'll start with a give to Cohen. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He had the big touchdown run on the first drive and more room to maneuver right there.
And the big guys up front, they're feeling chesty and strong, creating nice openings for him.
Gotta go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This is Cohen on the toss. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Now Trubisky to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here, as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Gotta go.
They try again with Cohen. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Like 7. 4 down.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27. They go play action here on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, tag 50 left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Got three. 21.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Well, some news that gave us a chuckle, and we could all use that around the holiday season. Josh Johnson, a great story. He was back home in Oakland when the Redskins called to see if he'd like to join him for the remainder of the season. So how did he get to know his new teammates? Well, what did he do? He turned to the Madden game, Charles.
Yeah, and that's how you learn who they are, right? Learn what they do, have some tendencies, get some ideas about their speed and what they do well and maybe what they don't do so well. And it really helped him acclimate and got himself a big victory in Week 15 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. How about the bloodline of Josh Johnson, though? Also related to Marshawn Lynch of the Oakland Raiders and Marcus Peters of the Los Angeles Rams.
Pretty good company. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Gotta go.
On 3rd down, that's Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They give him 12 yards and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back now at Ford Field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, gotta go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On third down, that's Cohen. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Looking downfield for Jones. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards there and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Again, it's Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Throwing is Stafford. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, go here!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Hey, gotta go, gotta go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got daylight, the 30. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And no run back. Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Mack. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Luck. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And a catch made by Dontrell Inman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Luck throwing again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devon Kennard in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Here's Luck. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Luck on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ryan Grant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
50.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
On the ball, on the ball. 22. It's actually 6.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go, here we go.
Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, tag 32, tag 32. Stay 50, stay 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Check. Yeah, tag 53.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Trucks over him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Hey, takes 2 right there.
Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So on 4th down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it. Those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Well, Charles, the Indianapolis Colts, you remember this year they started 1-5. That was back on October 14th. That was their record. And then you look up after Week 15, that 23-0 win over Dallas that you called, and they really have turned this season around. How have they done it?
What they've done is they've stayed the course. You know, from the general manager to the head coach, Frank Reich, they had a plan in place. They understood what they were trying to accomplish. They waited for some guys to get healthy. And Andrew Luck's right arm got healthier and healthier. And that team really came together. They've now won 7 out of their last 8 after Week 15. And if they get into the playoffs, they're a type of team that no one really wants to play.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Rolling. 6 to the 200.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Wide, 6 to 3. Wide, 6 to 200. 11 Z.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey. 4 down.
Now a play fake, and it's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
T right.
Now Locke. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On second down, here's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 32 that time. First down now, but that clock rolling.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Stafford. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. To the air again, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to Johnson again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And they'll go to the ground attack here. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a run. Start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw, Stafford. And that's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jabal Sheard in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Sam Martin now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's taken to the 26. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the 2nd half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
Right. 6 and 3. Reggie.
A shotgun snap for Love. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a 1st down here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. Luck caught left side by Hilton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back now in Indianapolis. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Love. Complete to Hilton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
After the interception, it's long. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Devon Kennard in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
5, 675. 540.
Play action. It's locked. And he's got Rodgers. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And the catch made by Hilton. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Here's Locke. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ziggy Ansah. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Stafford now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Danico Autry in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Luck now to throw. He's got it to Hilton. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche,